sort of builds on what you've already said, but you might want to say more. What does restoration look like between the two of you when you've had a rough patch or
Mm-hmm.
an intense conflict?
Mm-hmm.
How do you restore your relationship?
Mm-hmm. Mm.
I'll start with that.
Mm-hmm.
We really, well, maybe I'll use an I statement. I've really learned over the years, I've learned a lot about restoration. And I think Karen has helped me with that. And I can't tell you 30 years ago, I would have acted one way or a different way. But I think it's possible that 30 years ago, in terms of restoration, if we'd had a rough patch, I might have walked away. I I might have just closed up, walked away, or sort of disappeared from the scene. Over a 35-year period, I've learned the folly of that. And I have a hunch you've noticed that. I hang in there. I hang in there. I think that's one of the most delicious things about aging is not leaving the scene, staying with the other person, and always good things happen for us. And going back to our motto, we work things out, and I think when we learned, whoever knows how long ago we learned this, to stay center stage, it's enriched us.
I would agree that both of us have gotten better about staying with, when the times are tough, to stay in them. And rather than sort of shunting stuff aside, or shunting the other one aside. So my experience of our times of restoration is that over the years we've learned to give ourselves more time for restoration. And I don't know if that's a function of age or a function of learning that we need it, and I suspect both are true. I think what we typically do is sort of I'm going to say we pull down the shades around us. It's not a hiding out. It's just it's about cozying up. It's about diminishing the distance that had been there in a tough time. If it's a tough time between us, a rough patch between us. And usually there's, usually there's some food involved. Not so much just like because food can cure everything, but because it's a way that I can be creative. It's a way that I can show my care. Or we go out to a favorite place, and there's just sort of it's a quieting down, and a recognition of our bond, and there's sort of a turning in toward each other, and so there's this little carving that we've put on the table in front of us here of these two bears. and these two bears come from the Southwest, and they're so they're like spirit bears, and they're bound together, and they're physically turning into each other. They don't look exactly the same, but they're physically turning into each other. And I think that's what our times of restoration are like. And we just give ourselves a lot of time. And it might be, let's say a week or something. I'm not just saying sort of hours. I'm saying a time where we're consciously doing things together to re-knit the bond. Yeah.